I've got a new assistant down the yard there, Neil, who's quite a wonderful man, you know. He's a man of independent means, so I don't need to pay him a big wage. He's very keen on the steam business, you know. His father were a steam engine looker after her at a waterworks, and he took early retirement from his job with Wigan Bus Department, and at first Sue said to me, oh, yeah, he's too intelligent to bother with steeplejacking, you see, and of course he's took quite a shine to it, you know, he likes it. There's only one fly in the ointment. One of my neighbours is taking a dislike to my steam engine activities, and he's had the council round about pollution and smoke and noise and all of this, but you know, I can't see that I'm doing any harm. You know, one thing that tells me this is the wildlife round here is actually flourishing. There's been squirrels round here this last summer, you know. There also, this last summer, were 2 woodpeckers nested in the tree nearest to the steam engine shed. Now, my boiler inspector is an ornithologist, and when I told him about the woodpeckers, he actually came back after tea with his wife and a party of ornithologists to look at these bloody woodpeckers with the binoculars. So what's all the noise and the aggro?
Fred had some really bad traits when I first met him. He was terribly self-centred and thoughtless. And a silly example is he would go into the pub and we'd be with a group of people and he wouldn't buy a round. He was so busy talking about himself that he wouldn't get his money out and buy a round, and I used to feel so angry with him. The other things that really sort of upset me, because I could see that they were damaging him, were his bad habits of drinking and smoking. And I eventually persuaded him to cut down on his smoking, and of Fred's own free will he said, I'm going to give up. And to encourage him and support him, I bought him presents for weeks every day that he didn't smoke.
And then he had a relapse. I went to look at a chimney stack at Great Harwood near Blackburn, and the demolition man got out of his car and he got 2 in his mouth and one of them American flamethrower lighters, and he lit them, and before I knew it I had the thing in between my lips. And I thought, I shouldn't be doing this, you know. And anyway, I thought, I might as well smoke the damn thing now. This will definitely be my last cigarette. And when I came home at tea time, I said to Sue, I said, you know, I have had a smoke today, you know, and I explained the tale. I'm very upset, you see. And from that day to this, I've never had a cigarette. I think I am a slightly reformed character from what I used to be. My idea, being a basic Victorian, is to, you know, the woman's role is to do the washing up and cook the tea, and I'll go out and earn the bread, you see, but Sue has different ideas. You know, she says that I should do a bit of washing up, like, you know, which I have actually been trained now, and I do occasionally do a bit of washing up. I never ever did before, you know. I don't find it's good. It cleans your fingernails anyway, you know, when you're doing it.
Oh, look at these swanky gates. Aren't they posh?
Yeah, aren't they nice? Beautiful.
Yeah, he's making it all into yuppie houses, you see.
It's a beautiful...
chimneys round back, like, through all that mud. It's like porridge, isn't it?
Ooh. Watch you don't leave your wellies behind, Jack.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been like this ever since we came, you know.
Yeah.
And all. It's
look at this great big truck. Look at this.
Yeah.
Fantastic, that, isn't it?
It's had a puncture that yesterday. Tyres are, I think they're 400 and odd pound each.
My, how tall is it?
We worked it out yesterday, me and Donald. It's about 100, sorry, me and Neil. It's about 100 feet high, I think.
Look, Jack, look at the lightning conductor going right to the top.
tip it up, yeah.
Now, this one better than last time.
Oh yeah, I think it will be, yeah. Yeah, I recall we didn't do very well, did we, last time? In Lancaster, the bloody thing knocked that wall down and ended up in the cellar.
10 greenhouses.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, they were semi-derelict, you know, they weren't real. They weren't good ones, like. But here, I mean, we've got this substation in play, haven't we, a bit? But
yes,
it's a much better subject. It isn't as rotten and cracked up as the one.
No.
As the Lancaster one. It'll be down in an hour or two, you know, without a doubt whatsoever. Hey, right, cock. Hey, oh yeah, stick it in that corner there, and then we'll go and do the honours. You get up the hill with Jack. Bit towards me, Susie. On the paper on the bottom. It's looking quite good. Yeah, don't ruin the... That's it, right, we have it. Now you get up the hill and leave it to us. I want to smoke for the last time, John.
Jack, look at those cows over there. What do you think they're going to think when the chimney falls down? Do you think they're going? I think they'll be very surprised, don't you? They don't really know what's happening. Look, they can look in at the fire. Yeah, we went to the first chimney when he was about 18 months old, the first chimney that he really knew what was happening. And he watched the chimney fall down, and as it hit the ground, he just said, "It's all gone," and started crying. And we went back to the house and we had a few people, and somebody amongst them had a video camera, and we ran the video back onto the television, and he was so upset, and Fred was so proud of him. He said, "He's like me, he hates destruction."
Didn't have time to blow the hooter. You all right, Jake?
What have you done?
What have we done? We knocked it down. Another one gone. Eh? Oh, well, you all the hooter.
Did you swap?
I could hear it swishing as I were departing backwards. It's not a pleasant feeling, that. All gone. Yeah. Another one gone.
Last year was a very bad year for us financially. Fred's not getting any younger, and the chimneys are getting less as he knocks them down, so we need to look at other areas of work for him. Promotional work and after dinner speaking, which Fred is quite good at now. Weathercocks and restoration work in other people's engines.
We came here really to Carnarvon in the beginning to do up the chimney.
and this engine lay here in a terrible state. Well, when I were invited really to have a look at it, you know, the floor were 3 inches deep in plaster that had fell off the ceiling, and the engine had been 7/8 vandalised. You know, you could just see a flywheel and the connecting rod lay in the bottom all seized up and red rust and corroded, and mountains of pigeon droppings all over it. And I thought, it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'll have a go like it, doing it up. And here it is, the end product, finished. Beautiful. I think really as good as what it were in 1854 when the thing were initially built. It might be a bit better, really. Like after we've completed this job, which of course the next stage of it is installing the boiler that's outside, we've got a bit of a job on somebody's steam tractor, and like just lately we've been doing quite well with the weathercocks. You know, we've made quite a few of them for here, there and everywhere. Real gold, that. This is one I made 20 years ago, Gabriel blowing his horn.
The thing is, the thing had only been up 6 months when his hooter fell off, you see, and it looked like he was smoking a woodbine, you know. It just, his arm were up here with a little stump stuck in, or a cigar, and it remained like that for the rest of the 20 years. And then eventually, when the flagpole went rotten, we rescued him and we fitted him up with a proper hooter now, you know, and stick some gold leaf on him and put him back up there on the new pole. Like this vicar friend of mine at Kirby Malham, he had a problem with his flagpole, like, and we went over to fix him up a new flagpole, and while we were there, he said, what about one of these weathercocks, like, you know? So I said, well, okay, do your deal. We'll make you weathercock if you'll christen little lad, you know, in his 800-year-old font, which, of course, he did. While we were there also, we were engaged in fixing a lightning conductor, and when we were digging for the earthing strip, we ended up digging up somebody's bones, you know. So we had a reinterment ceremony. I don't know who he were. I don't know, Oliver Cromwell had been there, so it's a pretty old church, you know.
It fell down, Fred, and it happened in December.
Yeah.
In the blizzard.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it went straight into a snowdrift at the foot of the tower.
So
here you are.
You'd had a lucky escape then,
It was a lucky escape.
It's knocked it a bit out of shape.
Good shape, not too bad, is it?
Well, nobody will notice that up there, will they, you know?
No, not at all.
Right, Neil. I'll send the rope down after.
Oh.
It's right.